Hello and welcome to The Print. We have with us Union Minister for Food Processing and Industries and Chief of Lok Janshakti Party Ramvilas Chirag Paswan. Welcome to The Print, Chirag Paswan.
Thank you so much.
You know that the One Nation, One Poll bill is all likely to be tabled in the parliament. What is your stance? What do you think about it?
Well, me and my party strongly supports the bill. We have always been voicing this idea of one nation, one election. I don't think I need to repeat the merits of this because right from economics to the machinery deployment, there are a lot of things, when you go into elections one after the other. Like recently, it's not even 6 months back that we had general elections. Immediately after that, we were campaigning for Haryana and Jammu Kashmir. Immediately after that, we were campaigning for Jharkhand and Maharashtra. Now we are gearing up for Delhi elections. Immediately after that, we'll be preparing for Bihar election, then Assam election. So the problem is that the growth gets hampered. The developmental agendas, that gets hampered because of this. So it is important, and this is how we started also. Immediately after the elections, the thought behind was this only, that the elections must take place together across the country, Vidhan Sabha as well as the general elections. But then, and I think that continued also for almost 1.5 decades, and then in 60s, the government started falling in various states and stuff, and that's how it became little aage piche.
Right.
But having said it, me, my party, my father also, the founder of Lok Janshakti Party, Adani Ramvilas Paswan ji, he was also very strongly in favor of one nation, one poll. So I'm very happy, and I thank my Prime Minister for getting it, eventually getting it implemented.
You know, there has been a lot of debate about caste census. Many political parties have voiced their opinion about it, even ND allies. What is your party and your stance on that?
So I'm also one of those allies who support this. I do believe that caste census should happen. I have my reasons to say that. I don't believe in caste politics, and I don't want that through this there should be further divide on the basis of casteism. But whether I believe or I don't believe in the concept of casteism, this is the reality. And especially the state that I come from, Bihar, where the politics is majorly dominated by the caste setup in my state. I support it for a reason that there are a lot of policies that's been drafted on the basis of caste, for the upliftment of that particular caste, to get that particular caste associated with the mainstream. So there are many policies at the center level, at the state level, which gets drafted for this. So it is very important for the governments to have that data of the population, that what is the population of a particular caste. It's only on that basis that you can allot um, uh, monetary allotments for that particular policy can be made, only on the basis when you have the actual data of the population of that particular caste. So I do believe and I do support that yes, caste census should take place. But then yes, I'm not very much in favor of making it public, because that just create further division in the society. Uh, Now we are known as particular caste, then you are known as particular percentage, that your percentage is this much. Or I don't think it's necessary to make it public, but government should definitely should have this data with
But
them.
caste is an important reality of this country. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, we have B.R. Ambedkar just in the background. So caste is something you're saying that, you know, the data should not be made public. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi has been quite, he has spoken a lot about the need for caste census. You're part of NDA. And BJP has not made its position clear. You are now telling us that, you know, a caste census should be done, but the data should not be made public. So how exactly do you think this all fits into, you know, BJP's vision for India?
Well, I mean, I can't speak on behalf of BJP. Of course, I mean, when you are different parties, you have your own priorities, you have your own agendas, you have your own concerns. Not necessary that all the allies should be on the same page on all the issues.
Hmm.
We have different priorities, we have different agendas, is the reason why we are different parties. Otherwise, we might as well all be one party, then why to have separate parties? But then, yes, when you come into an alliance, you come on a basis of few common agendas,
Hmm.
and but then when I talk about this particular issue of caste census, this was done in my state by the current Chief Minister Nitish Kumar ji. It was done in the state, and Bharatiya Janata Party supported it there in the state.
Right. How's you mentioned Nitish Kumar. How has your relation been with him? Because I remember I had interviewed you earlier before Bihar assembly elections, and you were quite critical of him. You had said that you and him cannot be part of the same, let's say, alliance or government. Has that position changed?
It has actually, and surprisingly, which is nice also in a way. I think today I share an extremely good relationship with my chief minister. And yes, I mean, rightly said, I had issues, and I'll not shy away from that. And I raised a lot of questions also on the policies of the state government and stuff. But then I maintained one thing very clearly, that whatever my issues were, they were issues related to the policies. I never had any personal, and one should never have a personal issue with anyone you are politically aligned with. So I never had any personal issues with him. But then yes, I mean, on few policies, I had my concern, and that time it was even more because I never had a platform where I could put across my concerns, I could get an answer, because yes, I was in opposition in that
Hmm.
time. But now, when you are a part of an alliance, you get that opportunity to discuss your concerns, your issues, your problems. You get an answer also, and most of the time, it does satisfy you. So yes, I'm really happy, and I was very clear
Hmm.
that if I have to come back to this alliance, if I am the part of an alliance, then I have to make an extra effort to ease out all the creatures between me and my chief minister. I think Chief Minister Sir has also done the same. He has also walked an extra mile to make sure that
Hmm.
everything is fine between us. So otherwise, there was no point of me being an alliance. Being the part of an alliance, still having issue with one of the ally partner, doesn't reflect the alliance in a good light. So it was very important for both of us to clear the air, which I think we have done beautifully.
What about your uncle Pashupati Paras? You said that how relation with Nitish Kumar has improved. What about your relation with him?
Status quo, nothing has changed. And to be very honest, Neelamji, I think it's not even my priority anymore.
Hmm.
I have moved on. I have left all this in my past.
Hmm.
Uh, it still haunts me, but then I think this is something I think I don't have an answer to, because this was a call that was made by him to throw me out of the party, eventually to throw me out of the family. So this was a decision that was taken by him. I come from a family where elders generally take all these decisions. So as of now, also I'm the younger generation. It's my previous generation. It's their call. It's for them to take calls on these issues. My paternal aunt is there. My mom, my chacha is there. It's for them to sit and take a decision on this. But I think when it comes to my uncle Chacha ji, I think he's very clear. He's said this repeatedly कि सूरज पश्चिम से उग जाएगा बट चिराग से कोई रिश्ता नहीं रहेगा. So I think he's very clear.
But did that incident teach you anything in particular?
Oh, a lot. I think what I couldn't learn in 40 years, I
Hmm.
think past 3 years have taught me so much, so much. But then yes, I mean, I think what doesn't kill you makes you strong. Uh, if you don't win a battle, you learn a lot. So I think past 3 years been an absolute learning lesson for me. I'm happy that it has given me so much of gravity. It has given me so much of calm. So yes, now nothing really bothers me, and I have learned to let go of certain things, which is making my life easy.
You know, in the past, you often been quoted while talking about Prime Minister Modi that you are, PM's Hanuman. How has your relation with him, especially been, and why do you call yourself the Hanuman?
I think the episode Hanuman started way back in 2020 when I decided to contest alone.
Hmm.
And that was a decision that was taken by me and the party to contest alone 2000 Bihar elections, and where I also made this decision that we'll not have candidates against BJP,
BJP. Hmm.
and it was only against JDU that we decided. So, because of my love and respect for my prime minister, one thing is very sure that till the time my prime minister is there, it's just not possible for me to go against him in any which way. Is the reason why in 2020 also I had an option to opt for an alternative alliance.
Hmm.
Knowing that I'll not perform well, still I decided to contest alone, but I didn't go with any alternative alliance.
With
I can't.
RJD?
With RJD,
Hmm.
with Mahagathbandhan, I didn't because I can't. Till the time my prime minister is there, my 100% devotion is for him. My complete samarpan is there for him. So that time, matlab I was told that I cannot use my prime minister's pictures and
Hmm.
photos and stuff. I think one of the interviews I went little dramatic and I said कि वो तो मेरे दिल में बसते हैं, जरूरत पड़ेगी तो सीना चीर के दिखा दूंगा, and वहां से फिर वो
Hmm.
Hanuman wala, the whole episode started. But then yes, I mean, I I believe that my devotion for
Hmm.
him is as good as Hanumanji was devoted to Shri Ram.
But what is it that you admire the most in him?
I think his vision, and I think that was the reason why in 2014, me and my party, where I forced Papa to become the part of this alliance. The only reason was the vision of my prime minister. In 2014, for once, I was hearing a leader talking about Sabaso Karod Deshwasi, who was not talking about appeasement politics, who was
Hmm.
not talking about casteism, who was not talking about communalism, and his vision for New India, and his vision now for a Viksit Bharat 2047. So these are the ideas which really attracts me towards him. And I think his vision is the reason why I believe in him so strongly.
We just talked about your relation with PM Modi. A lot is often said about your proximity with BJP. Many say that at the end your party will end up sort of merging with the BJP.
No, yes, I mean, I have extreme closeness
Hmm.
with the Bharatiya Janata Party. And in my state, though, we say this also, Bhajpa, Lojpa, it means one for the other.
Hmm.
So yes, I mean, that closeness is there. But then let me put this very clearly on record that merging my party with any other party, be Bharatiya Janata Party, just not possible. I'm very clear. This is a party that was started by my father. Uh, it is my responsibility to take this party forward, to expand the party, to take this party to a level where Papa imagined it to
Hmm.
be. So this comes with a huge responsibility, and I cannot ditch Papa
Hmm.
by merging my party with any other.
What are the expansion plans for your party?
So yes, expansion plans are on the cards. I'm happy that now my party is being recognized in 3 states. Needless to say, starting from Bihar, where we have 5 member of parliament. I have 2 MLAs in Nagaland,
Hmm.
2 councillors there in Nagaland. I have a decent uh, presence of my party in Nagaland, and I'm very happy that finally we are able to make a mark in Jharkhand as well. For the longest time, Papa wanted. In 2014, also we contested
Hmm.
on one seat in India Alliance only, but that time we couldn't succeed. But this time, I'm very happy that we managed to get one seat, and
Hmm.
maintaining that 100% strike rate, we managed to win that Chatrawali seat. And so, yes, I'm looking forward to Delhi elections.
Hmm.
Um,
I was about to ask.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Talks are on between the alliance. Hopefully, I'll I'll be given few seats to contest in an alliance in Delhi if everything goes on the way we are planning it to. So yes, I'm in presence in Delhi. I'm looking forward to Punjab elections. I'm looking forward to Uttar Pradesh elections in 27.
And you've often talked about Bihar first, Bihari first, right? Elections will be held next year. Will we see you contesting the elections?
I want to see eventually.
Hmm.
I'm very clear. Unlike my father, who was very clear that he always wanted to be in center politics, I'm very clear. I see myself more in state politics. And having said that, I don't want to start these controversy that I am aiming for CM ship, or
Hmm.
I'm thinking of forming a government by myself there. No, one thing is very clear, that the coming election will be contested under the leadership of my current Chief Minister Nitish Kumar ji. He'll be the face of the alliance.
Hmm.
But then yes, not 2025, but then 2030.
Hmm.
I think that will be the time I see myself shifting a little more strongly towards the state.
Will we see you as the CM then?
As I told you, my priority is not the post.
Hmm.
My priority is Bihar first, Bihari first. That's the vision that I have been living for the longest time in my life. And that is my ultimate aim also, to make my state the most developed state of the country. My Prime Minister wants India to be a Viksit Bharat by 2047, and it's very important that every state should be a developed state by then. So I think I see an important role for making my state a developed state. So Bihar first, Bihari first will be the priority.
You must have seen Tejasvi Yadav has announced that he will be, his government, if elected to power, will give out 2,500 rupees to women, residing in Bihar. How do you see this freebie politics, or many call it welfareism? Because he's not the only one. Many other political parties, and we have been witnessing it in a number of other states.
Well, to begin with, copy. I
Hmm.
think he's just copying what NDA government's been doing in various other states, and now I see a lot of parties are copying this. Recently in Jharkhand, also we saw Hemant Sorenji's party copying the same policy
Hmm.
that we started.
And they got voted to power.
Yeah, that we started in Madhya Pradesh, in Maharashtra. So, but having said that, I think RJD, the people of my state, gave them enough opportunity to do so.
Hmm.
For the longest time, they were in power. Their party was in power. There were two chief minister from leader of opposition Bihar, from his party. There were two chief ministers from his family. There were two chief ministers. If their intentions were so clear, they could have done it then.
Hmm.
Now, looking at the policies, what the central government is doing in terms of welfareism, now they are trying to copy it. Why the people of my state will not believe in them? Because they are the one, they are calling it my behan,
Hmm.
but they are the one who abuses my behan. My mother was abused from his party, people from his party by them. So somebody who doesn't respect a party, who doesn't respect women, they are talking about giving them respect through this policy. I think the people of Bihar are very clear. They're not going to fall in this trap.
You must have seen that the Waqf Bill is being deliberated in the JPC. Again, what is your party's stance? Because many political parties across the country have said that this is just a way to sort of stifle the minority. This is just to target the minority.
Not really, and I don't understand why everything needs to become Hindu Muslim. I
Hmm.
mean, there are policy reviews which happens on a regular basis. There are changes that's been made on a regular basis. Nothing is permanent. I mean, you revisit, you make those changes in any policy, in any scheme, in any agenda. It happens. It's the part of the process. Now, in the same part of the process, there were few flaws which was recognized, and that needed a discussion. I was very clear when this was introduced in the cabinet. I wanted a thorough discussion should
Hmm.
happen on this, and as the reason why day one itself, my party stand was very clear that this should be sent to a committee.
Hmm.
And I thank my prime minister and the central government that immediately it was referred to a JPC. Now I think that gives you a platform for a thorough discussion. Member from every political party is there. There is representation from my party also. Arun Bharti ji, member of parliament from Jamui, is representing my party in that committee. So I think that committee provides that platform for that discussion, and I think now whatever decision will be taken by the committee, we'll be okay with that.
You must have seen the violence that unfolded in Sambal. We saw, Muslim youth who were killed. This entire issue of, masjid, as you talked about, mandir, the digging that is going on across at many places. Where do you think this needs to stop?
I don't know where this needs to stop, but then honestly speaking, when it comes to me and my party, it's not on my priorities.
Hmm.
This is just not on my priority. I think we have far better issues, problems, concerns that needs to be addressed rather than just going here and there and just digging up and just trying to find mandir or the bits of mandir. Uh, this is not in my list of priority. I mean, it's fine. I don't have anything against also. If somebody is finding a mandir which is ancient, which is
Hmm.
years old, it's good. I mean, these things should surface. But then just to make this the ultimate agenda,
Hmm.
I'm not in that favor. There are way more important things that the government needs to deal with.
A little bit about your ministry. A number of food companies are demanding reduction in GST rates for food items. What exactly is happening, on that
Yes, I think
front?
this is one of the major concerns from the industry. Um, um, on various platforms, even I've been told about these concerns of the industry in many a roundtable, CEO roundtable discussions, and various other platforms. They have
Hmm.
put this across to me. Some of their concerns, I mean, I can say this. I also do believe that they are right, and we have also recommended some changes for the GST reduction in various categories to the GST Council. They are the final body, final call needs to be taken by them. But I do believe that the genuine concerns will be addressed by the council.
What are the key challenges in India's food processing industry?
Key challenges for the people to accept that food processing is an option. What happens that India being an agro pro country, where the availability of raw products uh, is available is available. It's not difficult. We are so used to sitting on dining table and having fresh vegetables and fresh salad and stuff.
Hmm.
So the concept that a processed food is also good, I think people are still getting used to this idea. More now over the past 1 decade because of the concept of nuclear families
Hmm.
coming and working couple and stuff. So, ready to cook is also okay. There are a lot of misleading advertisements when it comes to food processing, and I
Hmm.
think this is one of the biggest challenge that the industry is facing. I am having regular talks, and I think soon I'll be forming a committee also to deal with this issue, especially on social media. Somebody who doesn't even know nothing about food processing,
Hmm.
and they become an influencer and they start talking rubbish about the processed food. Rather, processed food, we are adding value to it. It comes with value addition.
Hmm.
And then there's misconception that all the nutrients being taken away in the process of processing it
Right.
and stuff. So yes, this is one of the biggest challenge that the industry is facing. We are trying to address it now. But then, yes, I mean, I do believe that there's a massive scope in terms of
Hmm.
food processing. And I think in terms of economic support, also, I think this is one sector which if get explode uh, to the limits, I think can provide n number of job opportunities, can give that kind of benefit to the farmers, where we talk about doubling their income. I think through this sector we can actually support them massively in terms of finances. Definitely it contributes to the revenue generation of a particular state and the country as a whole. So I think this is one sector which has been neglected
Hmm.
for the longest time, but the scope is unlimited, which is I'm trying to explore.
This committee that you just talked about, it's quite interesting. So what will be, what exactly will this committee's domain be?
So yes, we want to come out with narrative which is pro food processing. As I told you that negative advertisement is really disturbing the industry a lot. So we need to come out with some collective pro campaigns.
Hmm.
Campaigns like we used to have this Sunday Hoya Monday, Rose Khao
Hmm.
Monday, Dood
Hmm.
Dood Dood. So on similar concept. Uh, we're not promoting a brand, but then promoting the whole concept,
Industry. Hmm.
industry, and the idea of food processing, that how good it is. Not only it saves a lot of time when things are ready to cook and stuff, but also it improves the longevity of the
Hmm.
of the product, which I think will immensely help the farmers. Where we have concerns with the perishable food items, especially vegetables and fruits. I mean it really hurts me when I see those visuals, where tomatoes and potatoes, aloo, sub, they throw it on the road. So with the processing sector coming into it, it improves the longevity of that particular perishable product. So I think this needs to be put across to the people of our country, and so for that we are in process of forming this committee who will design the whole idea of how we can promote this sector.
You had also spoken about how the ministry will open 100, testing laboratories. So at what stage are we, and what exactly will happen
So yes, we
there?
are out with the EOI, and for me, food safety is very, very, very important. And I mean, I want that the industry should take extra efforts to make sure that whatever that you are giving to the consumer is safe, is secure. And for that I think we need to have more. It was the need of the ministry to have more food testing lab, with new brands coming in and a lot of new varieties in processed food coming in. So it was important to have more testing labs. So we are out with the EOI, and soon I think we'll start having these units, 100 new units of testing labs.
Well, thank you so much for your time. This is Neelam Pandey reporting with Mahira from Mumbai.